What's up, guys? Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com, here with Mr. Olympia Shawn Flexatron Rhoden at Jim Manion's 2019 NPC Pittsburgh Championships. So, Shawn, what's it like being on top of the world?
I'm not sure. I'm just still being me. It's I'm thankful, that I'm number 14. But at the same time, I can't stop being me. I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing and just embracing and loving bodybuilding.
And what's crazy is, I mean, not to take credit, but, year after year, predicting him to win. Last year, the only person I went on muscular development, everybody's like, no way, Shawn can't do it top. You know what I mean? And you got it. And now, sort of something what happened to Dexter in 2008 is happening to you. Now, everybody's talking about who's going to defeat you, and I'm the one saying you're going to hold on to the title. You have no intention of releasing this title, do you?
No. You know what? I'm going to hold on to this until I retire. And, I've always used this show as a benchmark to get back into, prep mode. And I'm going to do the same thing I've done every year. I'm not going to change anything. And, I'm looking forward to seeing these guys on stage in September. But, I mean, they can say whatever they want to say, And everybody think just because of maybe your age or whatever it may be that, hey, it's a one-hit wonders. Or I'm coming back as Mr. Olympia and I'm leaving as Mr. Olympia in 2019.
Now, I did tell Shawn just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to try to throw in every question I can in here. Phil Heath, I could have sworn, said he wasn't doing 2019, but on a recent Generation Iron video, he said that he's 100% back and he's grown a lot emotionally and physically. I don't know if he comes back or if Kai comes back. I don't care. You're going to stay Mr. Olympia, but it's an interesting change of events.
I've competed against Kai, I've competed against Dennis, I've competed against Jay, I've competed against Phil, and it's nothing new. I've never been afraid of competing against anyone, and if Phil is coming back or Kai is coming back, I can't worry about anybody but myself. I've always been able to separate everyone else and just stay in my own lane and focus on me, and I'll continue to do that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, one other question doesn't really relate entirely to you, but it's this year's Arnold Classic. As you know, Brandon Curry upset William Bonac, and William Bonac did something really interesting. He went out and told his fans to recognize Brandon as the champion. What do you think about that? I mean, that seems like really good sportsmanship in our sport.
It's great sportsmanship. We're all striving for the same thing and to be winner at whatever show we're doing, but at the same time, we're all brothers in iron, and we have to recognize at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron, and at some point, you're going to lose. And you just have to accept that, Because after you lose is what you do. You congratulate the guy that won, because he would have done the same thing to you. So I've done the same thing with Brandon, William, because they're not just competitors. I also consider those guys to be good friends. So seeing Brandon win, actually post a video of his son saying Flexatron is my favorite bodybuilder.
That's so cool.
But that's just out of good sportsmanship. Brandon was there when his son was saying it and recording it, and I love those guys. We go out on stage and we compete, but at the end of the day, we all kick back and relax. And we all have to recognize that we all are doing the same thing. And we all are working hard to be winners of a certain competition. And if someone else win, you pat them on the back and you say, good job, I'll catch you at the next one and move on.
That's awesome. And again, I really want to thank Flexatron for even talking to me, because I'm like a tiny, tiny little fish. And past Mr. Olympias, I'm not going to say names, would never have spoken to me, so I really appreciate that.
No problem at all, anytime.
And finally, talk to us about your new sponsor, please.
Olymp, based in Poland. I've been a big fan of them since 2013, and we tried in the past to get a partnership together, and this year we were able to do it, and I'm looking forward to big things from them this year.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your Mr. Olympia, Shawn Flexatron Rhoden, who I predict again will successfully defend his title in 2019. Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.